Well, hello there everybody, and thanks for checking out my video on how to kill your opponents with land. So this is a Simic deck I made, with the whole intent of just turning on lands and killing people with them. And I don't mean the creature lands that everyone's familiar with. I specifically mean by utilizing the Avalanche Caller and the Druid class. Before we get more into that, though, let's just start at the beginning with our deck list. We do have to start with the beginning with the ramp. We got 4 of our Neverwinter Dryads here, just a really solid 1/1 creature that we can use to get a forest out of our deck. Really solid ramp option in any green deck. We're running 3 of the emergent sequences. This allows us once again to pull land out of our deck. We do have lots of opportunities to drop more than 1 land a turn, so we do have the opportunity of making some fairly big creatures with this sequence. Quandrix Cultivator does actually do the job of pulling extra land out of our deck for us. In addition to being a 3/4 body, it's just a very solid card for 4 mana, especially if you want to be ramping. Divide by Zero is really our main protection in this deck while we are building up. We mostly have it to access our sideboard of learn cards, but it does provide us a little bit of slowdown in the early game, a little bit of that protection we might need. For the card draw, we're going to be running You Happen on a Glade. Now this is kind of an interesting one in that it only draws us land out of our deck, but we can use it to bring things back from our graveyard, which can be pretty nice for us. We do have a few impactful cards that could be good if we can bring them back. Eureka Moment is a pretty typical card draw, but it does allow us to also throw down extra land on our turn, so it can be utilized very nicely with the emergent sequence to make some really big land cards come out. Avalanche Caller, like I said, is one of the mainstays of this deck. For 2 mana, it allows us to turn on any snowland as a 4/4 creature with hexproof and haste. So we can just kind of turn on our lands and use them to defend ourselves or hit the opponent. Very, very nice. Druid class gives us a little bit of early sustain with the life gain, allows us to drop some extra lands, and most importantly, once we fully level it, it allows us to make some really big land creatures. So, that's pretty much why we have it in here, to make some really big land creatures. We're also running Nissa's Zendikon. It's not a card I've really seen much use of, but it's not too bad for this deck. It makes one of our lands be a 4/4 creature with reach and haste. So it can block that pesky Goldspan Dragon for you. But it also is nice because if the land gets killed, it doesn't actually kill the land. It just puts it back in your hand, so you can put it back down. You don't actually lose the mana value. To round things out at our top end, we have 3 of the Ancient Green Wardens. So this is going to allow us to get our lands back from the graveyard if they do get killed. And, it's also going to give us extra triggers off the Druid class just to really make our life totals soar. Also, we're running 3 of the Cyclone Summoners, and it has a lot of really, really nice synergies in this deck, especially because one of our main focuses is the Avalanche Caller, which is a wizard. So it does not bounce the Avalanche Caller, allowing us to, assuming we have the mana, we can play a summoner and turn on a land and attack all in the same turn without missing a beat. It's just a very strong turn cycle. In addition to that, it has a surprising, use along with the Druid class. If we have this at level 3 and we make one of the lands into a creature, and then we bounce the class, the land does stay a creature, so we can actually utilize the Druid class over and over again to make more lands into creatures if the game drags on. So yeah, Cyclone Summoner, just very nice inclusion in this deck. In addition to the fact of, just clearing the board for us, we need something in the deck that can do that, in case we start getting too wide on us, we need to be able to just clean up the board. So Cyclone Summoner all the way. We are running 26 lands in this deck since we are kind of land focused. We got 6 of the islands, 13 of the forests, 4 of the snarls, and 3 of the havens. We are not running any pathways in this deck. I really wanted to have as many basic lands as possible to utilize, along with the Happen on a Glade, the Neverwinter Dryad, the Cultivator. We just have a lot of things in here that is targeted at basic lands, so we need to have a lot of them in this deck. For the sideboard, we are running 2 sciences. Normally I would be running at least 3, but since we have so much other ramp in this deck, 2 is more than plenty. We're also running 2 Teachings of the Archaics to give us some extra card draw. It's very common for us to empty out our hands, so we can get some good use out of this. Containment Breach to clean up those pesky enchantments or artifacts that could be causing us a headache. And finally, 2 intros to Annihilation. Since we don't have much in the way of, interaction in this deck, we need some way to clear out that Coma, clear out, Immersturm Predator, just those types of threats that we can't easily deal with otherwise. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of those games for y'all. Alright, let's get on into some of these games and see if we can't kill some people with our land. See how they feel about that. Alright, so, I don't hate it. I do not hate it. I think we'll go ahead and play it out. See what kind of deck our opponent's going to be rocking up there. And we're going to decline. No reason to give them any information. No reason at all. Okay, so we got some red and some green. Could be a lot of things. So we'll see if they pull out a Magda here. And it's a very strong combo, Jaspera Sentinel with Magda. Basically allows you to, double up your mana. Okay, and then... Let's divide. Let's divide, make them cast that all over again. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess we're happy to get rid of the counterspell early. Gonna be a party deck. Party down. Yep. There it is. Pretty nice opening for him too, right? Very nice opening for him. Gonna be a tough one. Gonna be a tough one. Get our stuff out there. Not much else we can be doing right now, right? Have to wait and see how this game unfolds. Cyclone Summoner can really still do a lot of damage here. Even with them being party, we will still be able to bounce quite a few things back. Woo boy. Woo boy. We are in a world of trouble. Yes, we are. And that is not going to pull us out, is it? No, it is not. They just got, like the perfect draws, right? They probably got the perfect draws for their deck. I don't know, that's what I've seen about the party deck, either it goes off or it really does nothing. Not a whole lot of in between. Well, we have no green, so don't think we want to play that out. But this looks quite a bit better. Unfortunately, we don't have the blue. So maybe we don't keep the collar yet until we find the blue. The collar is really, really nice for us, but he's worthless if we can't use him. Okay, well, they don't want to let us ramp. How rude. How rude. But we'll just make sure the next time we do that, we are ready to sack immediately. And there's the blue we needed as well. And there is the blue we needed as well. Unfortunately, we don't want to use it quite yet. Do want to have the availability to stack the Dryad. Okay. Well, that's why we did it that way. they just pure red burn? Or is it goblins? Is that what it is? Let's see. Just a very slow goblins deck? Okay, we will block with the Haven here. No problem. We will have plenty of other lands to hit them with, provided we survive. That is always the key, right? Provided we survive. Well, I got a lot of land for a Goblins deck. Okay. Let's not and say we did. What do we want to pick up, though? What do we want to pick up? I guess maybe we get some teachings, because we need to dig some stuff up. We need to dig some stuff up. Alright, well that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, actually. Let's do that. And then we have a blocker available. And now we can just start using our land for blocker. Hopefully he just wants to throw down that Goblin Gathering again. It's another bugbear. That's okay too. Okay. Weathering the storm pretty well so far, if I do say so. Okay, and this will still leave us enough left over to activate. Well, Cultivator will get us some more land, so that's pretty good, which will still leave us enough left over to activate if need be, so it'll be a good play for next turn. Okay, they're not going to attack in here, I can't admit. Wow. Okay, sure. Goblins be aggro. You have some follow-up this time. The nice thing is we give it hexproof, so... Okay, well... We'll take it. We will take that. So which one would we rather do here? The Eureka or the Quandrix? Probably the Quandrix. It gives us a guaranteed blocker. Quandrix gives us the guaranteed blocker here. Okay. And then maybe we throw out a backup Avalanche, because we have nothing else to do with our turn anyways. And they got one card left in hand. And it's the Bandit Lord. But that's fine. It could be worse. Could be worse. I'm down to double block that. That's why we have the backup Caller. That is why we had the backup Caller. Then the Ancient Green Warden seems pretty good to me right now. Seems pretty good to me. Do we have any end in the graveyard? Hey, we do. We do. Lucky us. Lucky us. Okay, well, let's play some of the graveyard land. And then Eureka. Eureka! Really? Really? All the land. Giving us all the land. Okay. And I think we just chill here, right? I think we just chill. We'll get aggressive next turn. All right. Let's get aggressive. Let's just start throwing our land at them. They just take it all. Wow. Brave. Okay, another bandit. Getting bigger, but still not super dangerous, right? So we should be able to block safely. Okay. Pretty good for us. And they're done. We were just going to turn on all the land and attack anyway, so, you know. We weathered the goblin storm and then started throwing our lands at them. Just the way we wanted. Just the way we wanted. Nicole Brolas. Like it. I love it. All right. All we need is one more land and we're pretty sweet. We've got 26 lands in this deck. We should be able to pull it within a couple turns, right? We just need to pull it within the first 3 draws. We should be able to do that. Okay. The Brolos up there is taking his time. Figuring out what he wants to do, I guess. Maybe he's having a few drinks as well. Never know. Never know. So, you know, for an opening hand, we don't have the blue, which isn't great, obviously. But as soon as we get one more mana, we can use the Happen on the Glade, which will allow us to get whatever land we need. And we just take off from there. We have the Quandrix, we have the Green Warden, we got the Druid class to just keep getting that mana. And then, of course, the Storm Caller, or the Avalanche Caller here, just to start hammering them with our lands. So, honestly, we should be okay. Knock on wood. Should be okay. All we gotta do is pick up one land in the next 2 draws. All we need to do is pick up one land in the next 2 draws. Come on, Shuffler. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this, Shuffler. Don't do me like this, Shuffler. Don't do me like this, Shuffler. We got 26 lands. Come on now. Come on. We're gonna be dead before we even get a chance to do anything. This was not that greedy. Come on. Come on. This was not that greedy of a hand. Alright, so here comes something big, I'm sure, right? What is it gonna be? A chariot. Okay. Yeah, we're probably out of this already, honestly. They got way, way, way too much acceleration compared to us. Look at that. Wow. And we're still struggling to draw another land. Well, there it is. But I really think it's going to be too little too late at this point. At this point, it is just going to be too little too late. Well, we'll try. We will try. And get rid of you, I guess. Okay. How much damage can you do? How much damage can you do to me? Why not use the land? It's interesting. Pro tip too. Chariot can actually copy treasure. Just FYI for everybody out there. A lot of people don't think about it or know that it can do it, but it actually can copy treasure as well. Probably not very useful very often, but every once in a while, you know, you might find some use for it. So I think we're dead regardless, but you know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they slip up somewhere. Maybe they slip up somewhere. Never know. We're not very far away from the summoner. But if they just stay on the gas, they have the win. Yep. Yeah. I mean, they had way too much acceleration for us to stumble out of the gate like that. If we had not missed our land drop there, you know, then we probably would have been okay. We would have only been one turn away from the Cyclone Summoner, and we would have been taking as much damage early on. But that's the way it happens sometimes. That is the way it happens sometimes. So, you know, once again, no blue to be seen. Not something we can play. This is much better. Much better. So I think we get rid of... we get rid of the Green Warden, actually. Because we have everything we need right now to get to the Zendikon, but not for the Green Warden. So let's just go with the play that we can actually reach to begin with. Okay. And we're not going to play the Avalanche Caller yet. We will just make sure we can sack for the Forest. Fire class, okay. So it's going to be Celestia life gain. It's fine. Looks like they're moving fairly slow as well, which is really good for us. Really good. Okay. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So we're going to save the divide by 0. Bounce something on their turn, we're hoping. And we can follow it up with a Zendikon next turn and start swinging in and really getting in some good work. Let's not. Let's not. Let's get some teachings, because hopefully we'll stay nice and ahead on cards. Hopefully that is something we can do. It's not that one. We want the Zendikon. And yeah, we can turn on the Snarl. All attack. Everybody in the pool. And we're already building up really close to that Cyclone Summoner as well, so. Okay, Valkyrie is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Valkyrie is annoying. Okay, we can't just teachings here, unfortunately. What can we do? What are our options? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we still need 2 more mana for the Cyclone Summoner. Let's Glade, and then we can also Avalanche Caller this turn. Okay. And we're just going to swing in here because I want to keep their life low so the Valkyrie can't activate. And next turn we have the summoner ready to rock and roll, so that's going to set them back a ton. And we have a very nice play pattern developing for us here. A very nice play pattern. So, why did they do nothing? Should we be worried? I guess not. Maybe we wait one more turn, and then we can swing in with the Snarl same turn. I think we can afford that. I think we can afford to just draw some cards right now instead. Okay. And we will attack with our Snarl again, because why shouldn't we? They're going to block it. Okay, whoa, that's really bad. What do they got? Alright, well, what can we do about it? Not much. Not much we can do about it. Not the end of the world. It is annoying, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. That is also very annoying. And that pushes them into that very, very danger zone, right? Well, we have the block. One block. And we got the summoner, so, you know. We can fire back a little bit at least. We can fire back a little bit at least. Okay, now they have to rebuild their entire board, so. And they only have 4 mana to do it, so it's going to take a little bit. And they'll be able to recast a Valkyrie here. Lets them turn on their trait, which is annoying, obviously. So, I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to start attacking with our land. Sure, they can kill one of our land with their Valkyrie, but they're going to be taking a whole bunch of damage. And because that removes their life total down below the Valkyrie turn-on point, it actually makes it so the Valkyrie does die. Maybe they knew that, maybe they weren't expecting it, but yeah, since it dropped their life value low and they still had the damage on the board throughout the rest of their turn, it put them into the negative and actually killed them. Okay, it's not too bad for us if that's all they can do. Put down another cleric class. It's not too bad for us when we're going to be swinging in for as much damage as we will. Okay, so let's get rolling again. Okay, they have to block here. And we'll put down our Dryad. Okay, portable hole on the collar probably. It's fine. We got another one in hand. Does mean we don't... It means one less land coming at him, but, you know. Is what it is. It is what it is. All we get. But it's still quite a bit. It's enough to end the game. So yeah, pretty strong showing there for us, right? Pretty strong showing. Beat those, that Celestia life gain right into submission, right? Right into submission. Just start throwing the lands at them. When all else fails, hit them with the land. It's actually surprising the number of spells, too, that have a non-land clause. You can get around a lot of the removal in this format by the fact that you're attacking with lands. So, you know, I mean, it's a really nice hand. I really have a hard time finding much wrong with it, so we are going to play it out. We are going to play it out and hope they don't have some turn 2 or 3 removal for the Dryad there. Mono green is fine. That's fine with us, and we're not going to show the blue quite yet. We don't need to. We don't need to. Let them think maybe we're just the mono green. Some class on class action. Sure, 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 sure. Oh man, really? Oh well. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay. So we got the dividing up. Not the worst. We're going to save it. See what we can use it on right now. If they try to pump up that ranger class, then you know I may just bounce that. It means they get another wolf, but all the wolves get cleared out when we drop our summoner here in a few turns. Okay. So I'll go ahead and bounce that back right now. And even though we are swimming in the land, I think we will just go ahead and get another Sciences, making sure that we are working our way to get to that summoner. The Sciences ensures that we get the summoner here in, you know, on curve. While also giving us a little extra life gain, right? It's worth 3 life to us with the Druid class down. Well, we are just swimming in the land. Might as well just do this, right? Just get to that summoner just that much faster. Get to that summoner that much faster. And what we'll actually do too, I think, unless we get under a lot of pressure, we'll level up our Druid class before we drop the summoner. Because that'll still leave the land ready, you know, it'll still leave the land as a creature. But it'll allow us the chance to do it all over again with the Druid class, because it'll bounce the Druid class, but not the creature it creates. It's kind of an interesting interaction. It is kind of an interesting interaction, to be honest. So we need 5 for that. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay. No attacks. So that should make it so they probably don't want to attack us. We're going to be hard to Blizzard Brawl at a 7/7. But let's just see. Let's just see what they can do with it. Toski. Sure, they can draw some cards if they want. Something's dying. We will kill the Sentinel. We take more damage, but the wolves are going to die next turn anyways, so I'd rather just kill the Sentinel, make sure he can't resummon it. Seems like a much better move to me, right? Seems like a much better move to me. See, so now it stays as a 7/7, even though the Druid class got bounced. And we can replay it and actually level it up and make a whole brand new guy. So yeah, Common Carp. That's a good game, my man. Good game. The power of the land. Nature's fury coming for you. Nature's fury coming for you. You know, I've been wanting to build a deck like this for a while now, but I've had a hard time finding the right way to put it together that feels semi-competitive at least. But this one's feeling pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It obviously has still some rough matchups here and there, but overall it feels pretty good, you know? It can pair up well against aggro and mid-range. Control's a bit more of an issue. It doesn't have a ton of, you know, acceleration, but it has some tools. It does have the tools even against the control decks. Because once again, like I said, a lot of things have that non-land clause to it, and since we are using our lands as our creatures, a lot of the removal and whatnot just won't touch our lands. So it does give us a lot of benefits. Okay, I mean, doesn't seem like a terrible opening hand. We have a good amount of ramp. We get some bodies out of it with the emergent sequences, so, you know, it could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. We have no use for 1 mana, so we're not doing anything there. I think we'll drop Druid class next turn. Oh, okay. Okay, my friend. So they're not just going to be a Simic deck. They got some red, so maybe just are they going to be a landfall deck of some sort? Let us see. Let us see. Maybe they just want the dragons. Chestbearer Magda dragons. Good combination. Oh, okay. So they want to mill our lands, huh? They want to take our lands. Not cool. Not cool, man. Not cool. Okay. We got a blocker for the Omen Keel now. Don't really want to let it hit me if I can help it. We miss out on the ramp, but we got plenty of it already. I'd much rather just not get milled. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. What do we do here? Probably the Cultivator, but I wish we had something else to go along with it. Unfortunately, we don't, but it should make a pretty good blocker against the Omen Keel, at least. Should make a decent blocker against the Omen Keel. Okay, nothing. Pretty good for us. Pretty good. Feel like another Druid class into an emergent sequence, maybe? Or maybe just emergent sequence. Keep up the divide by 0. Might not be bad. Might be a safe bet. Oh, we just chilling. Okay. And we got our summoner, you know, ready to rock and roll for the next turn. So that'll be pretty strong for us. Hopefully we can get them into a position here where they're not going to have any sort of counter, any blue open. That would be making me happy. And bounce that Cosima. Get some teachings. Okay, another Valakut. Oh, I miscounted the mana, huh? We're one short still. How bad is that? How bad is that? We don't have any lands in the graveyard. Play this. Not going to be enough. Guess we can do the Druid class into the teachings. There we go. That gives us enough for the, that gives us enough for the summoner. Okay. Some good stuff there. It's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh well. Man, that really kind of screwed us over, didn't it? Because now we can't even do a Green Warden to bring back our lands. Well, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So we really need to draw another land here. One more land and we're back off to the races, though. Oh man, are they just going to drop that again? Oh well. At least we don't lose this for us. It just goes back into our hand, right? It is the one benefit. Okay. Well, it'd be nice if this survives, because then we can use this as a blocker. Turn it on the land. Until we find the mana that we need. See if they're going to exile the Cosima. They are. Okay, so that's one less thing for us to be concerned about then. What are they going to be casting here? What are they going to be doing? The Icebreaker Kraken. Okay. I mean, it doesn't change anything. We're still just searching for the, still just searching for the land. So we can turn on our Green Warden and stuff. Okay. Sure. He should still be able to use his abilities, right? Yes, he can. Good, good, good. Excellent. What we really needed to. Too bad we don't have one of those leveled up right now so we can drop more land, but maybe we survive for it. Maybe our Green Warden lives for a turn. And then we can rock and roll again. Okay, well, Avalanche Caller's dead. We will not block. We need to keep our Green Warden alive. Hopefully they don't have a way to just kill it outright. Okay, emergent sequence. It's fine. Okay, well they can't use the Jotzi, nice. Okay, well. They should have done that. They could have brought it back from the graveyard fairly easily. But good for us. Rebuild your board. It's time to rebuild the board. Cosima's is getting bigger and bigger. But we got another summoner to deal with that. Yes, we do. We have another summoner to deal with that mess. The Kraken is back. Sure, sure. Okay, probably Druid class into Quandrix, followed by a second Druid class. And we'll pick up another island here. Make sure that we're going to be good on those. Okay. It's pretty good for us. It's pretty good. And if they put down the Battle of Frost and Fire, they're going to be killing a couple of their own lands as well, so it's not the end of the world. Really want to try to hold this Cyclone Summoner until Cosima comes out, right? So that way we can bounce all those counters away. Okay, cool. Cool. The time has come. They are going to be discarding a whole bunch of cards. I'll tell you that right now. I wonder, could we hold off one more turn? I'd really like them to put the mascot exhibition down first, right? But maybe it's too risky. Maybe it's too risky. Oh, they're almost out of cards in their deck. We'll double block. They're gonna run out of cards. Okay. Here we go again. Here we go again. At this point, we really just kind of have to wait them out, because they're drawing themselves into an early grave. Those Valakut expeditions are just drawing them into an early grave. Do they even have any force left in their deck? Can't imagine that they do. Okay, and discard a bunch of cards. Alright. So we could do both Druid classes and then the Cultivator. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Let's refill that live. Make them really work for it if they want to figure out some way to kill us. Okay, he's keeping the Cosima out. I think he realized that he's pretty much drawn his way through the deck, right? Okay, we will double block again. I'm happy with losing my Cyclone Summoner if it means that the Kraken's dead. Yes, they can bring it back, but their hand is a little full, you know, just saying. They really can't afford to play that Battle of Frost and Fire now because they'll take out as much of their own board as mine. So that's pretty good. But we can Eureka and still do that. So let's do that. Let's Eureka first and we can still drop him. Okay. Probably should. I guess that was a mistake. We should have played him first, so we got that all those are double triggers, huh? That was a mistake. Well, I guess he was going to get divided anyways. I guess it doesn't matter then. Can we hold out? Can we do it? Okay, we're just going to block as much damage as possible. Can we find another Cyclone Summoner? Wouldn't that be nice right now? Wouldn't that be nice right now? Okay. Got two blockers. Double block the Kraken. Another Kraken. Down to 4 cards. Okay. Make a really big land. And we just gotta hold out. Down to 3 cards. Can we do it? Can we hold out until they draw themselves out? Looking good for us, looking good. Get a bunch of life gains right here. Okay. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I think we might actually do this. I think we might just barely hold out. What are they trying to dig for? What do they want to learn? Sciences? Do you even have any land left in your deck, dude? You only have, what, 2 cards? Sure? Too bad. Would have been nice if you took another card out of your deck. It's not the life that's going to kill you, my dude. Okay, he's getting desperate. Getting desperate. Okay, we'll just block a whole bunch of the damage. Still alive. Maybe they're thinking to drop the Battle of Frost and Fire now. Still leaves us with our big old Snarl, though. It does still leave us with the big old Snarl. The Jadzi. Okay. Sure, sure, you can't really afford to draw any cards. Okay. More land is good. All those nice, beautiful triggers for us. And then we do this. And we feel pretty protected. They have 2 turns to kill us. Okay. Why? Why would you do that? Why not? Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure that was a mistake there. I'm not sure why he would have done that, but we'll take it. So, you know, there you have it. We managed to outlast them, let them kill themselves, basically, and, you know, killing dudes with land, it is a real thing, and it is a whole lot of fun, let me tell you guys. Well, I hope you guys all had a really great time watching that gameplay. I know I had a great time bringing it to you all. Throwing lands at people to kill them is just a whole bunch of fun. So if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more, please make sure you hit that like button, do subscribe, and as always, please leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. Until next time, as always, you guys be good to each other.